Okay, going to try something different. So just got back in from working on the scooter again. I'm pretty sure this, apart from the computer that's coming, this is going to be the last, um, last little bit for it. So what I'm going to do is try and edit and record the voiceover all in one hit. So you can see it here. The project at hand is fixing up that battery bag on the front stem there. So you can see inside it there, it's not very good at all. It wasn't starting to rip, it was starting to stress it a little bit. Nothing serious, but yeah, better to fix the problem before it actually becomes a problem. So currently those washers and that big spreader bar across the top there, that's what's taking all the weight on the battery at the moment. It's a 3 kilo battery as well, so it's not a light battery by any means. But yeah, definitely, I think we can make it better. Um, so what I ended up getting was some 3 mil LE plate. I can't remember the dimensions of it. It was definitely 3 mil. Um, but yeah, I can't remember. It was 300 by something, and I only had to cut one edge off it. If 300 mil is what it needed to be the shape that we need in here. So yeah, you can see the old setup. You can see the bag at the top there pulling away from the bracket. So that's a 3D printed bracket, and then a black hose clamp from Bunnings. Next photos coming up, it'll show you the size. But you can see how it's like drooping and pulling away. So yeah, that's what the mission was, to kind of um, make that better. And the bag, the way I've done it now, the battery sits on the bracket that we've made out of aluminium, and the bag doesn't take any weight anymore. It's just a cover for the battery now. So yeah, that's the hose clamp I used if you wanted to do this around a similar scooter. So it's a 65 to 89 millimeter um, hose clamp. Now Bunnings sell heaps of different ones in black, um, but you want to make sure you get kind of the right size. So yeah, otherwise you're going to have too much hanging over, or you're going to run out of the ribs, so you won't be able to tighten it. So there she is, up for operation again. I've put new lights on it. I've got a new pump for the tires. I've spent a bit of money on it, just for accessories. We're actually using it quite often now. One of my other mates just got a scooter, so we've been going at night time on weekends. So that's why the light got a big upgrade the other week. So that's just a picture of the alley plate. It comes with like a blue cover on it, so you don't scratch it. I wasn't too fussed about scratching it because I was going to line it with some foam anyway. So you'll see that coming up soon. So all I did there was just take the old bag off, unscrew it, the 6 bolts there. I laid down some masking tape, trimmed it all up so it was the same exact size as the bracket, and then just marked where the holes are going to be. I just press your finger in them. You can kind of see a little indentation, and then just put a black texture mark so you can see exactly where the holes are. That way you can then peel that off and peel the masking tape off with your holes already there, and you can see there, chuck it on your aluminium, center it up. So I did mark where you can see the X just behind the top left hole there. I did mark that up through the bag, so that way I knew I had a rough starting point where the bag had to be, and then kind of center it and kind of best fit. It doesn't have to be exact. Yeah, and then just drill the holes out through that masking template. Drill the holes out through to your aluminium. I didn't show any pictures of me cutting the aluminium, but yeah, I had to cut it and bend it. Not a big issue. And that's the other side. So I haven't drilled the holes at this stage, but I did have to make a little relief cut. You can see at the top there, the little half moon kind of thing, just to it was pushing the bag too close to the stem in that area, and it wouldn't fit in the bag properly. The battery wouldn't fit in it. I did a test fit and it wouldn't fit. So yeah, had to make a little relief cut. You could actually just cut it straight across where the apex of the moon, half moon is. You don't really need those bits on the side. I just thought it might pull the bag back a bit and stop it from drooping. That's why I left it there. Yeah, it probably helps, but you probably don't need it either if you're not too fussed on the bag drooping. Then I just lined it, so you can see I've punched the holes through. What I should have done was actually not done this straight away. I should have really bolted it all to the scooter first and then put the foam over the top, because then that would have covered the bolts. I didn't really think about that too much, but we fixed it in the end anyway. You'll see it. I don't know if I got a picture of it actually, but I'll explain it later. But that's just to give the battery, you don't want the battery jumping up and down on aluminium. It's going to wear through that blue covering there you can see on the battery. So yeah, that just gives the battery a little bit more protection. But yeah, definitely I would have liked to have screwed it all together, then put that over the top, so that way that black foam covers the bolts, the bolt heads. What's that? Oh, that's just the back of it. Yep, that's the back of it. You can see the foam just glued to it. Yeah, nothing serious there. Oh, okay, yeah, so this is where it all kind of went downhill a little bit, but I managed to save it. Don't use that. That's only a 12 volt little impact gun as well. So it's not the most powerful thing in the world. 12 volts probably the least amount of voltage you can buy one at. But you'll see in the next photo what it did. It was probably my fault. I kind of rattled on it a little bit too hard. But yeah, crisis averted. I had a spare bracket already printed, 3D printed. So yeah, no problems there. So yeah, that was a lucky save. And you can see there, I just got a bit too much torque on the gun, and it just ripped the bolt straight through that. It's I printed it in PETG. Probably if you print it in ABS, it might be a bit bigger, but might be a bit stronger. But there's no need to do what I did there. It was way too tight. You can't really see it because of the foam and the bag and everything's kind of squashing, and you think that's what it is, but it's not. It's actually that plastic giving way. So yeah, you can actually see a crack. I'll zoom in if I can, and you can see the white crack. I'll put an arrow so you can see it. I think that kind of contributed to it as well. So yeah, this is what I probably should have done. So I should have bolted it all down and then put the black foam over the top to offer more protection to the battery. It turned out okay in the end. What I did do, I found some bit thicker than this black foam, but a lot softer. And I just laid that in. So the battery is kind of got two bits of foam now in between. Well, it's got two bits of foam in between the battery and the aluminium, but then one bit of nice kind of really softy but thicker foam than that between the battery and the bolt heads. So we should be right. I'll take it out in a few rides and I'll just check to make sure it hasn't worn through. If it's worn through, I'll come up with another plan. But if it's okay, it's okay. I'll just keep leaving it, leave it as it is. Just another photo that was a bit easier, so you can see the ledge in the bracket. So that's what the battery is resting on. The bag is not taking any of the weight. The bag is literally just a cover for the battery. That's all it is. You could do this without the bag if you wanted to, and put some Velcro straps around the battery and this bracket, and you'd be fine. You don't need the bag. The bag is just a cover and to make it look nice, that's all. Whereas the setup I had before, the bag was taking all the weight, which means the two top bolt holes were taking a lot of the weight, and they would have eventually ripped through the bag. So yeah, doing it this way is much better for sure. Nice rounded corners down the bottom there, so that way it doesn't pierce the bag at all. Filed everything, no sharp edges, so yeah, we should be good. And that's the final kind of product. If you go back to the original photo, you can see it is a bit higher. I've got more foot room now underneath. There's another photo coming up showing that. But it is ultra steady. That thing does not move. It's a really good setup the way it is like that. The second wire coming, so you can see the big wire, that's for the battery going into the scooter, and then the second wire is up to my light. So there's actually enough room in there to fit my other battery pack, a 20,000 milliamp hour. I think it's got 4 18650s in it, and that's what runs the light up the top there, and it runs it for a very long time. It's a big battery pack, so you could probably easily get 2 or 3 night rides out of it, I'd say, comfortably. You don't have to charge it every time. So yeah, it's the same length as that battery, but yeah, well, it's 4 18650, so 2x2 stacked on top. Just another photo showing it all finished. You can see there it's very close to where the stem actually folds. You'll see it in another photo coming up. it's just clearing it. So my mate has the exact same scooter with the same setup, and I've just ordered him. He doesn't like buying stuff off eBay and stuff, so I've just bought him the battery, a charger, and that exact bag. So I'm kind of doing this for him as well, so he can do this. I'll probably end up giving him a hand anyway, but just for reference, that's why. So now we know the size of that hose clamp that we need. And the next picture, I think, has got a measure tape in it. It shows us where one of the bolt holes is, the first or the middle bolt hole in relation to the bottom of the bag, just to give us a starting point so that we don't go too high. Yeah, you can see there. That's you'd never be able to see that much of the stem on the old setup. It's a lot more room now. Yeah, it's going to be a lot more comfortable to ride. You can use the whole deck again now, whereas before I was losing a little bit of space because the battery bag was drooping a little bit too much. So yeah, this is just for reference when I help my mate out with his. So from the bottom of the bag to the middle bolt hole, so there is another bolt hole down the bottom around the 2 centimeter mark or 3 centimeter mark, but it's kind of internal where you can't see it from this side. So yeah, that's the middle bolt hole there at 100 mil from the bottom of the bag. So then that way we can kind of situate his the same as mine to give him more foot space and the scooter still be able to fold. And yeah, should be right there. And yeah, that's the extra foot. I didn't measure it before because I didn't really realize I was going to pick up any foot room. So yeah, that's what it is now, but I don't know what it was before. So yeah, but there's definitely more than what it was before. And that's with the stem folded. So you can see it's touching it, but it's not pushing on the battery at all. I can squash that bag down and fit my finger under there. So yeah, no problem folding the scooter back up. So yeah, not an issue there. So everything kind of worked out quite well in the end. Yeah, not much more I can say. Probably give it a test over the weekend and see how we go. You can see there I got heaps of room. There's actually an air gap there between my top of my croc and the bag there, so way better than what it was before. I couldn't do that before. I'll see if I can find a picture and I'll put a comparison photo in, but yeah, I could not do that before. My foot was hanging off to the right hand side of the bag there just because I couldn't get it fully underneath. So yeah, project done. So yeah, really cool. Happy with that. I'm going to slip this video in before three videos I've just uploaded, and there's a slight audio issue. I don't know what it is. I'm not entirely sure, but there's it cuts out every few seconds. Not for very long. It's like a little click. So hopefully if you watch this video, it'll explain why well, not why, but there is an audio issue. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure. It's in my original videos as well. Not in the original video off the camera, but it's in the original video exported from CapCut. So it's nothing YouTube's done. It's come out of CapCut that way. I don't know why. So yeah, I'll have to just do some mucking around. I don't keep any of my videos, like the raw files, so I can't re-export it. I just don't have enough room on my computer to be doing that. So yeah, it's annoying, but it's not like that bad. You get kind of used to it after a while, and sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse. So bear with it if you can. If not, I understand if you don't watch it. It does get a bit annoying after a while. But yeah, I'll make sure on the next one, after these next three, because I didn't pick it up. I did 3 in a row and didn't pick it up. I'll make sure on this next run of videos that doesn't happen again. So yeah, all good. But anyway, we'll test the scooter out on the weekend. I think it's going to go good. We'll give it a shot, make sure it's all working and everything is working properly. They still haven't shipped my computer that I ordered like almost a week ago, so it's a little bit disappointing. Otherwise, I dare say I would have had it by now, by this weekend. But yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll have it for next weekend. So yeah, we'll test that out as well, and we should be all good for night runs, day runs, and yeah, keep a track of how many Ks we do and all that kind of gear. So all good. All right, we'll see you guys on the next one. Catch ya.